Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
After you have seen the costly, I would like to thank you. Our corporation are looking to expand our organization to overseas territories. The organization is trying to overseas expansions. Before, in three separate oceans, but unfortunately failed each time as focus in largely due to lack of marketing strategy in their past. So naturally, discussion of the Georgia's cooperation organization is safe, a partner international joint venture that could lead the established and sustainable growth. For current PLC, both organizations hope that the combination of our business good and the vision of our engineers aware for business experience and knowledge of components processed can result in an exploration of our world-class products. I have never understood that would what ultimately establish a sales channel, school or services channel globally. PLC could deal with the marketing aspects. The expansion we have the bulk fast products over suppose, but after now they say first strategy approach to take just while I will be up to date. Then I asked you if it appear at the Paris meeting by investigating different countries in European would up middle countries. So now give me some suggestion, please.
I actually researched the United Arab Emirates, which is seen as one country. The UAE is divided into 7 different emirates, and each of these have their own governmental organization. According to their corruption index, the UAE score very low on their chart, which means that 3 or most too known is this country. The United Arab have very healthy trade relationship with many organizations around the world, and also country in terms of a kind of economic factors. The country is extremely wealthy and has a very high GDP rate per capita with the consistent growth over the years. A major problem is a high inflation rate, which is one of the biggest in the world at 1.8%. Startup cost would be high in regard to paying for premises, taxes, and living cost for our staff. The country has a very hot and dry climate, which will be perfect to sell our cooling machinery. The wealth of the inhabitants could mean that we can raise the price of our products and still you see a raise in sales. Another problem I came across would be the culture of the country. We would need to totally understand every aspect of their Islamic religion and language.
Religion and language, so established to expand to the UAE, it would be expense for an organization to enter, but we should have to travel selling machines at a profit. Once we have established our brand, yes, I have funds about looking into a country in Africa, South Africa. It's because the economy of South Africa is the second largest in whole African continent and has a huge population around 50 million people with 11 different nationalities, language. Sorry, the hot and the dry weather would be great to sell our cooling machine. However, one big problem in the higher employment rate at 25%. The manufacturing industries contribute to the economy is relatively small, providing just 50% of GDP. South Africa is sophisticated and promising market, offering a combination of.
I'm
Yes, sir, please give me more suggestions.
I really am sorry to interrupt, but I am not entirely convinced because outside people look at South Africa and there are very high levels of unemployment, as you already mentioned, and a huge crime rate. The best in the world seems like a perfect fit for us. Germany seems really great, but I would like to just explain my suggestions before we really aside okay to it. So because I looked at India and the economy has been significantly stable since the introduction of the industrial reform policies in 1991.
Okay, thank you. Please ask me, give more suggestions. Sorry, Ashif.
Yeah, my point of view is we also did many product department also did a lot of research also in internal and external factors all relevant, and we saw that the last 3 times we were focusing too much on applying cost leadership, so just reducing the cost. We were trying too much to differentiate from our company competitors, and I think we go this time for a new strategy, so less focusing on cost, less focusing on too different than our competitors. Yeah, I also think it's very important that we current as sort of added value that what's the companies that are already settled in this market. Yeah, we have a lot of knowledge, and I think maybe it's something that we also do like a 24 hours maintenance services.
Okay, what's the deals, and please prepare just now what will happen, what gonna change under these expansions. If I'm in a very good company, Germany, I mean, said you know that he used to was thinking we should still capitalize up because Gordon know what gonna happen 2 years time anyway, plus we familiar with must logistics is now, and I think we kind of culture is similar, so that do think we have an issue with the whole culture barrier, and West Germany has compared to Google, Casa, Luma Teams, and like Germany imports 2/3 of its energy, in fact that the world third largest and inventors. The service sector country 70 project of GDP, more than 20 million people working serves creates a most product and engineering which includes automobiles when they always machinery in chemicals and give C, and then 1981 to 2020 firms looks parts and 30% accumulations and 40% Germans jump others.
So you at that, I really think South Africa is a responsible market, and it's you were to expand there, we should be able to clearly establish our sales as a leading organization in the country. However, the only worry would have is because of such an establishing of the machinery sector, there would be a lot of competitors, and we have the knowledge for the market. Yes, I like our Germany.
Although we have a lot of knowledge about the market, we are in now here in Scotland. The German market is more developed and has a very high level of competition. But if you look at our record, our success in Scotland and United States, they have already shown that we can be successful. But that's only when we focus.
Okay.
I feel in such a highly populated country, if we were to establish ourselves quickly before the country becomes infested with other organizations, we could really make a tremendous profit that could be a longer term plan than they can take on to do. I need to do a work.
Okay, thank you all of you. Probably that would be a longer term plan. Then they can take, can take on. Do I need to do over the enforceable? Do I need to over the enforceable expenses for organization for a favor? I strongly to save the Germany. I said us through capital the world and seen the satisfied option. Believe the people gone team like Germany benefited established.
This is because this is our part of the industry. We are already successful in here in Scotland. We saw our homework that we distributed these kinds of to dispense company. Company is very successful, and yeah, according to major research, chemical and pharmaceutical industry, they produce a lot of heat and they always need this wind of killing machines. Yeah, so I said before we use a focus strategy because we already know the segments that we are going into a focus in they should target market segments.
The safer option believe the people gone team like Germany benefited established. The calmly and because it is close to these corporations through many cultural aspects we need to worry about. So if you want staff to the adapt to the Germany people and a high quality products. Be able to stop and compare to see what is everything like every Germany's then. Thank you.